Hi everybody, it's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy, reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. So we are reading now today. I just read yesterday's reading. I had to do a catch-up day, so doing 2 in a row here. So this is a good one. I was just talking with, I love how this book parallels my life. If you're following along, I hope you can start to see the paralleling in your life too. It's so profound how it nails it on the head with just what I would need to read and just what I need to work on. So we are reading September 5th, step 10. So important, so important. This is like part of a daily thing where you're always reflecting on, where was I dishonest? Where was I like stuck in envy or jealousy? Or where was I stuck in unforgiveness or some resentment was coming up? You can reflect on your day and see how those feelings don't serve you. That's a good question to ask yourself as you're going about your day. If you have any emotion or a thought or anything that's disturbing, you say, how is this serving me? How is this thought serving me? It's not. Okay, well, let's get rid of it. Let's replace it with something else. And the thing with habits and with any kind of thing, nature abhors a vacuum, meaning when you take something away, you have to put something in its place. Something is always filling that space. So if we're going to take a thought away, you got to fill your head with something that reinforces something positive. Take away the negative, reinforce something positive. So yeah, we have the power to choose what we're thinking and therefore what we're feeling. A thought turns into a belief, and then when we believe those thoughts, we have a feeling. So before any feeling, there is a thought, and if you dig in and you take some real time for introspection, you realize, oh, anytime I have a feeling, there's a thought that precedes it. It's pretty cool. So step 10 helps us look at all of these kinds of things. So step 10, September 5th, continue to take personal inventory, and when we are wrong, promptly admit it immediately. Once we have worked our way to this step, we can maintain and increase our self-esteem by regularly working step 10. This step incorporates, and I was just had a thought there, because step 10, there's 2 ways of looking at step 10 in 12-step programs. Step 10 for me, the way that works is in the moment, if I'm having a disturbing feeling, I'm aware of it, and then I talk it out with someone. I get it out of my head, I talk it out with someone, gain new perspective, and that helps me to let it go. There's actually, with your vocal cords, when you're talking, there's an actual energy release. So talking stuff out is helpful physically and mentally. Some people think that step 10 is when you reflect at the end of the day and look at everything, but that's actually step 11, where you're in meditation and you're in introspection, and then you're praying for the next day to be better from how you're looking at how the things that could have been better today. So once we have worked our way to this step, we can maintain and increase our self-esteem by regularly working step 10. This step incorporates the process we have gone through in steps 4 through 9. So this step 10, is a conglomeration of all of the steps in one. So you work these steps out singularly, and as you get to like a good place in your recovery, you start to do this on a daily basis, and you just walk yourself through the steps like kind of without even thinking. It's like when you first tied your shoelaces, you had to go make a loop, tie it around, and then pull it through. There was a process. Now you're just like you just do it, right? So it's the same with working the steps. When you really work these steps, they start to just become part of your daily life, part of your mental thinking, and that's why you get to become better and heal and whole. So this step incorporates the process we have gone through steps 4 through 9. We do not work this step to punish ourselves or to hold ourselves under a constant critical and demeaning microscope. That's not why we're doing this. We do it to maintain self-esteem. We do it to maintain. I know when I was at a point there a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, where I was diligently every night made sure I was really reflecting on each day, and then looking how I could do better the next day, and really reflecting on what was coming up, and that was in myself. That was in this year I took for this self-love journey when this all began. And when I consistently did that day after day after day, I felt that the main award for doing all of that was that I felt like I remember calling my therapist and going, oh my God, I found it, this love, this thing that I'd been seeking outside of myself my whole life. If they only loved me, if they would love me, if that would work, that I found it within, and I had total acceptance of myself, and I found self-love, and it was an amazing moment. And now it slipped away from me, and I know what to do to get back there. And this is one of the things I can do. So we do not work this step to punish ourselves or make ourselves or criticize ourselves or be demeaning to ourselves. We do this to maintain self-esteem and harmony in our relationship with ourselves and with others. We do it to stay on track. We're going to fall off track. I say that I fall off the beam again. Oh, I fell off track, but I got to get back on. And that's part of life. We can continue to fail forward. It's okay. We're going to learn each time. We're going to learn a little more. We're building a foundation. Every time we get back on the horse, we're going to do it better that time. And it's a process. You got to trust the process. I need a shirt that says that, but I've never swooped it. Anyways, trust the process. So when an issue or problem emerges and needs our attention, identify it and openly discuss it with at least one safe person. Good, she knows what she's talking about. This is a real step 10. So when an issue or problem emerges and needs our attention, identify it. Oh, I'm having this emotion. I'm having this feeling. This thing just disturbed me. This thing just triggered me. I need to call somebody. Discuss it with at least one safe person and God as well. Pray about it. Accept it. Accept, okay, I feel this right now. It's okay. It's okay that I feel this. What am I going to do about it? Remember, we don't want to live in the problem. We want to live in the solution. Things are going to come up, but what can I do now? What can I do now to move through this? Accept it. Become willing to let go of it. Ask God to take it. There was maybe 2 months ago, there was this stuff I was going through, and I remember being in my car and almost like for day after day, I'd be like, God, remove this, because I was feeling this anxiety and fear around some stuff. And just doing that day after day, it finally lifted. So be consistent too, and don't give up. So become willing to let go of it and ask God to take it from us. You can ask God, take this from me. Have a change of heart by the willingness to make whatever amend is called for. So you might have to make an amends. Maybe you snapped at someone. Maybe you gave someone a dirty look. Maybe you gave someone the cold shoulder. Maybe you avoided them. Passive aggressive. So maybe you need to make an amends. Keep your side of the street clean. Do whatever is necessary to take care of ourselves. And when you're doing that, when you're saying you're sorry to someone or recognizing you're passive aggressive, then you say you're sorry, it's for you. That's for you, to keep your heart pure and clean and no regrets and a clean house, internal clean house. So take an appropriate action to resolve the matter, then let go of the guilt and the shame. Do not hold that. Guilt and shame are useless things to have in your body and your mind. So this is a simple formula for taking care of ourselves. This is how we change. This is how we become changed. This is how we become changed. This is how we change and then become changed by continually doing it. I am changed because I continually do this new thing in my life where I look and I introspect and I make amends and I'm aware of things that are coming up and I take action to resolve them. This is the process for healing and health. This is the process for achieving self-responsibility and self-esteem. This is a process to feel better about yourself, to achieve self-esteem. The next time we do something that bothers us, the next time we feel off track or off course, we don't have to waste our time or energy feeling ashamed. Notice that you're off track. Notice you've fallen off course. That's okay. Now what are you going to do about it? You're going to sit there and feel guilty and ashamed and shit and beat on yourself, or are you going to do something different today, now? We can take the 10th step, let the process happen, and move on with our life. The next time we do something that bothers us, the next time we feel off track or off course, we don't have to waste our time or energy feeling ashamed. We can take the 10th step, let the process happen, and move on with our life. Woo! Here's your prayer for today. God, help me make this step and other steps a habitual way of responding to life and my issues. Help me know that I am free to live, to allow myself to fully experiment with and experience life. Experiment with and experience life fully. If I get off course or if an issue arises that demands my attention, help me deal with it by using the 10th step. Frickin' life is good. You are good. You deserve better. You deserve good things in your life. You are valuable. You are worthy. You have a purpose. You have a right to be here, and you're allowed to take up space, and you're allowed to love yourself fully. Thanks for watching.